Hey, this is Giovanni from the Salsa Club. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe on the channel below. Today I want to answer a question that I get a lot is what was it like to grow up in France? So I have an interesting story because I grew up in two different worlds, very different from one another. So, during the week, I would go in Versailles, which is like the elite of the French society, it's very aristocratic, and I would spend the week there in schools that were very strict, very a little bit narrow-minded, very aristocratic, the white bread of the French society. And during the weekend, I would visit my dad, and my dad lived in the red light district in Paris. So it was two very different world. The red light district where my dad lived it was at the bottom of a neighborhood in France that's called Montmartre. That's the very bohemian. If you watch Amélie Poulain, this is the place where it takes place. That big hill on top where there's a white church. It's called Montmartre. It's very bohemian. There's cafe, there's restaurant, there's bar, there's discotheques, there's artists. There is live performance all the time. And on the other hand, when I would go back to Versailles, Versailles is very austere. It's like a little bubble within France. So they would tell me that I needed to do certain things to belong to the French elite society. And I was like, I know it's not the world. I know I go to Paris every weekend. I see the bohemian lifestyle, and I don't want to be part of your group. So I was very rebel. I clashed with them in Versailles a lot. And when I was 19, I went to Australia because I wanted to go as far as possible as I could to that world, because I knew I was living in the bubble and I wanted to see something completely different. So I went as far as I possibly could, humanly could, Australia, and I learned the Australian English. Australia was great. I had a great time. People are very friendly. It's very fun. Barbecue all the time. They party all the time. It's very safe. You can walk into any hotel, restaurant, and you get a job like that. So I could travel. That was very fun. So that's my story. It was very interesting for me to travel in France. Interestingly enough, both of my parents did something for the Cubans, because my mom would organize fundraisers, and then even in aristocratic France, people would actually show up, which I think was pretty amazing. They didn't party too much there. It was more like talking. And my dad would go to party. He didn't organize them. And then the real party was in Paris. So it was interesting. I thought really two ways of doing things. I'm still a little bit like that in my real life right now, because I can turn on the very polite man, and I can also be the bohemian. I can do both. So it taught me a lot. And then I came to the States when I was 22. And then I never really left the state because I'm in Puerto Rico now. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, comments, let me know, and I'll see you soon.